Hi, Deneen Shoemaker with your 420 Minute. Have you ever done anything that has caused you great shame? And I'm not talking about a little embarrassment here, like, you had a couple too many beers at the local pub. I'm talking about you made a decision or a choice, or maybe somebody else made a decision or a choice that really put you in a period of shame. So that's what I want to talk with you about this week. I do have to do just a moment of housekeeping, if I may. So the whole reason that I do the 420 Minute is because I am hopeful to help you all, the viewers, see Jesus as I see him, as I read about Jesus, and I see him showing God's character through the scripture. My hope is that I can show that Jesus to you, and that it may bring you peace in your life. So, if anything that I say during these is meaningful, please like. If you haven't already, I'd love it if you'd subscribe. And if you do find today or any day's message helpful, why don't you share it with a friend that you think might benefit? Okay, so that being done, what I want to highlight this week in scripture is the wedding at Cana. Now, you've probably, whether you know anything about Jesus or not, have heard the story of Jesus turning the water into wine at a wedding in Cana. I've read this story several times, but this week, reading it, what struck me was what I learned about the culture and the times in which the event took place. What I learned was it was a huge disgrace to run out of wine or any type of refreshment or food during a wedding festival. Now, this isn't like, the parents of the groom are paying for the beer and wine, and so you can go up to the open bar or the bar and just buy yourself something. This is a time in which there were no grocery stores, there were no Burger Kings to stop at along the way. So hospitality was of the utmost importance. What that means is that so people come to your wedding festival, you've invited them, and it was usually, I believe, a 3-day affair. If you did not provide the right provisions for your guests, you would have basically, you and your, the bride and groom would have had a scarlet letter, if you will, on them for the rest of their life. These villages, of course, were very small. Everyone was going to know. What I find interesting is that we find the wedding at Cana in John, the good news of John, in the Gospels. So good news is gospel. So you got Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. The second chapter in the book of John is where Jesus turns water into wine. Here's what I want you to think about this week. Jesus said to his mother when she asked him to do something about it, he said, "My time has not yet come." Yet, Jesus set himself aside in what has now become known as his first miracle on earth. He set his own agenda aside to basically eradicate that couple's shame. His very first miracle was to save people from shame. So whatever it is you're carrying around, whatever it is you think that that God out there cannot forgive you for, I'd like you to hold on to that this week. And I sure hope that you are living your best life now, because this ain't no dress rehearsal. Grace and peace.